Once upon a time, in a quiet little village nestled at the foot of a green hill, there lived a young shepherd boy. Every day, his job was to take the village's flock of sheep out to graze on the grassy slopes just beyond the edge of the forest. It was peaceful work, but to the boy it felt dull and endless. With only the wind and the occasional bleat of sheep for company, the hours dragged on. Day after day, he sat on the same rock, looking at the same sky, watching the same sheep wander aimlessly. And like many boys with too much time on their hands, his thoughts began to turn toward mischief. One afternoon, as he lay on the hill staring up at the clouds, he had an idea. A terrible idea, but it made him smile. He sat up, cupped his hands around his mouth, and shouted at the top of his lungs, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is chasing the sheep!" The words echoed down into the village. The villagers who cared deeply about their sheep, many of whom depended on them for milk, wool, and food, grabbed whatever they could and ran up the hill, hearts pounding with fear. But when they reached the boy, gasping and out of breath, they found no wolf. The sheep were calm, nibbling at the grass, and the boy was rolling on the ground, laughing. "There was no wolf?" one of the villagers asked. "No wolf," the boy chuckled. "I was just joking." The villagers were not amused. They scolded the boy and warned him never to cry wolf again unless it was true. But he only shrugged. The laughter had been worth it. A few days later, with boredom creeping in again, the boy decided to pull the same prank. Once more he shouted, "Wolf! Wolf! There's a wolf among the sheep!" And once more the villagers dropped their work and rushed to help. And once more they found no wolf, just the boy laughing even harder than before. "You think this is funny?" an old man asked, shaking his head. "One day you'll cry for help and no one will come." The boy only smirked. It was just a game to him. But then, one late afternoon, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky with streaks of orange and gold, the boy heard something that sent a chill down his spine. From the shadows of the forest, a low growl echoed across the hill. Emerging from the trees, silent and swift, came a real wolf, its eyes sharp, its teeth gleaming. The boy jumped to his feet and screamed, "Wolf! Wolf! Please, help! A real wolf is attacking the sheep!" But this time no one came. Down in the village, the people heard the cries, but they shook their heads. "It's just that boy playing tricks again," they said. "We won't be fooled a third time." The boy screamed louder. He waved his arms. He even ran partway down the hill, begging for someone, anyone, to listen. But the villagers had stopped believing him. By the time someone did decide to check, it was too late. The wolf had come and gone. Several sheep were missing. Others lay scattered, frightened and injured. The boy sat on the ground, pale and shaken, no laughter left in him. When the villagers finally arrived and saw the damage, the boy looked up at them with teary eyes. "I didn't lie this time," he whispered. "There really was a wolf." One of the older villagers sighed and placed a hand on the boy's shoulder. "We know, son, but no one believes a liar, even when he tells the truth." And from that day on, the boy understood the weight of his actions. The joke that once seemed so harmless had cost the village dearly. He never cried wolf again unless he truly meant it. And the villagers, though they forgave him in time, were slower to trust his words. The moral of the story: if you lie often, people won't believe you even when you're telling the truth.